Our dream of moving to Tennessee really came about because of Stacy's health. She was very sick in the hospital for about 6 weeks and almost died. And the doctors told us at that time that if she didn't have a change, that they didn't expect her to last more than about a year. So we decided we had to do something dramatic.
And so we decided that the best thing we could do was buy a business that would give us a little bit more freedom, hopefully to spend time with her if she needed us to.
When we came across an opportunity for this liquor store here in Memphis, and it looked like just the perfect fit for us.
We wrapped up our job, we sold our house, we packed up all our stuff and put it in the van and came out here, and then got here, and it was one excuse after another about why we weren't going to get a license, and we were going, something's going on. We knew something was wrong. And then they told us they weren't going to give us our license, and we were just devastated.
According to Tennessee's law, if you want to get a license, a retail license to sell liquor, you have to be a resident for 2 years. And if you want to renew that license, which only lasts for 1 year, you have to be a resident for 10 years. This law clearly discriminates. Doug and Mary Ketchum fully expected to be able to move to Tennessee and operate their liquor store. They did their homework and they saw that the Attorney General twice declared the durational residency requirements unconstitutional. And they also knew that the Commission was granting these licenses without regard to the durational residency requirements based on those two opinions. So they fully expected to come in and be able to operate their liquor shop.
The government wanted to give us a license in the first place. They had said they didn't see any issues with our application and they were going to recommend approval. But then the Retailers Association stepped in and threatened to sue the government if they gave us a license. I do think the Retailers Association is renting out the government's power to block anybody from competing with them. I personally feel like it's a good old boy system, economic protectionism at its worst.
The Tennessee Wine and Spirits Retailers Association is a lobbying arm representing interests of in-state retailers. And they're doing what such bottleneckers usually do. They use government power to create artificial bottlenecks, limiting the entrance of competition. But government power should not be used to protect such special interests. Government power should be used to protect fundamental rights of folks like Doug and Mary Ketchum.
I should be able to move to any state I want and have gainful employment, and as long as I'm following the rules and the laws and being an upstanding citizen, I should be allowed to follow my dreams in whatever manner I choose to pursue them. And yet to have somebody tell me that I can't come to a place and earn a living because I haven't lived here for 10 years, that sounds like I'm in a foreign country.
Tennessee should not treat new residents any different than the people who've been here a long time. We came here and we love it and we're not going anywhere.
Once you move to a new state, you can exercise all the rights of residents of that state. And a state cannot deny you the ability to exercise those rights merely to protect in-state interests. Yet this is exactly what the Tennessee Wine and Spirits Retailers Association wants the state to do.
We were completely blindsided by this lawsuit to begin with. We did not expect to have to go to court to get our license. And the prospect of having to have an attorney go to court and fight this for us was scary in the first place and overwhelming because we had no idea what the costs were going to be involved. If we lose here and we lose our license to the liquor store, it's going to be life-changing for us. It's going to be completely devastating.
If we lose, we could lose everything.
Americans have a fundamental right to earn an honest living. And this right is not only enshrined in the United States Constitution, it also has a practical benefit of making America one of the most dynamic societies and marketplaces in the world.
This case provides a great opportunity to advance one of IJ's long-term goals, to breathe new life into the Privileges or Immunities Clause of the 14th Amendment. That clause was designed to protect some of our most basic rights, including the right to earn an honest living and the right to travel freely from state to state, two of the rights that are at the very heart of this case.
It's not the government's responsibility to guarantee somebody else's right to make a profit at my expense. I should have the same opportunities in business that anybody else does, and not have anything excluded from me because of I wasn't a citizen of the state to begin with, or that I moved from a different state.
Protectionist schemes exist in far too many places and industries across the country. And success in this case will provide more ammunition to take on bottleneckers and to protect the economic liberty rights of all Americans.
The dream for Stacy here is that her health will stay as good as it has been, and that she'll be able to live quite a bit longer than what we originally thought was going to happen. And it seems to be working. She seems to be doing really well.
We want to be good members of the community, we want to be good members of society, and we want to be allowed the same rights that everybody else has.